So, you're moving to Warrensburg or you're PCSing to Whiteman Air Force Base, and you need to find a home and you're wondering, should I use a realtor? Are they worth it? I can help you with that. Today, we're gonna talk about why it's important to have a real estate agent help you buy your home. Here we go. Don't forget to like and subscribe right down below because I make a new video every single week and you're gonna wanna get notified. Also, my contact information is right down there. So if you're coming here, if you have questions and you want to just reach out and be like, hey Eva, tell me about the daycares in town, I'll be like, oh sweet, I have a video on that. But do not hesitate to reach out. I love talking to people. Today, friends, I am addressing the age-old question, should I use a realtor? And I mean, I'm a little biased because I am a realtor, but I want to tell y'all why, and there's 5 really good reasons why you should use a realtor when buying or selling your home. So I decided to make this video after talking to quite a few people who were first-time home buyers, and they were, one, a little bit intimidated just by the thought of buying a house and by finding a realtor because they're like, well, do I really need someone to help me buy a house? And the answer is yes. But I'll tell you why. So if you're, for example, if you're a buyer and you see a house online that you like and you call, it's down at the bottom, you know, on Zillow, it says like, call to find out about this house or call the agent directly. So if you call that agent directly that's selling that house, that agent is a seller's agent. So they have fiduciary responsibility, so ethical responsibility to the person selling the house. They are looking forward and taking care of the best interests of the person selling the house, not you as a buyer. So that's my first point. But my very first, and I have 5 of these reasons why you should use a realtor, is expertise in negotiations and market dynamics. What does that mean? Well, 1, realtors are really good at playing poker. We're really good at negotiating prices. So 1, we know what the market in an area is like. So for example, myself, I know a whole lot about Johnson County area, the area around, Warrensburg, Knob Noster, all these little towns, Sedalia, Kansas City. I'm very, very close in depth to what houses are selling for, what they should be listing at, all of the different neighborhoods. I know what areas are in floodplains, what areas aren't in floodplains. I know the different zoning areas. So I know all the school districts. So I personally know this area. So anywhere you go, Dallas, California, you will find an agent who specializes in buying and selling homes in a particular area, and they know their business. So, for example, I was showing a home to someone yesterday, and it was a really cute home, but it lined right up against a creek, and I'm like, listen guys, I know for a fact this is such a cute home, it's adorable. If you purchase this home, you're going to need to get flood insurance. So that for them was not a deal breaker, but I know for other people, if you don't have someone who knows the area, you could wind up buying a house and then having to pay an extra $200 a month in flood insurance or whatever the cost may be. Also, on top of that, real estate agents are very well versed in the contracts. So I can read through a contract and spot things that maybe someone who is not used to reading real estate contracts, because who would be? They are ridiculous. But so it's having someone who's familiar with the contracts and who can negotiate a price on your behalf, who knows if you're getting a good deal or a fair deal or a terrible deal. So having someone who knows their stuff to be like, that's a great price on a house, or that is a horrible price on a house, don't buy it. So that would be the first reason. Reason number 2 would be access to a vast resource of people and things, basically. And what do I mean by this? Well, 1, as a real estate agent, for example, if I know what my client's looking for, there's a good chance that I can search around to other investor clients that I have and see if they have a property that will fit my other clients' needs. So finding properties off market would be 1. Another would be, I literally have people. So I have clients flying in from all over the world coming to Whiteman Air Force Base. And a lot of the time, I'll have a house that they want to purchase. I do a virtual showing, they buy it without ever seeing it. I arrange all of any contractor work that needs to be done. I arrange cleaners, sometimes I arrange movers, pest control, AC repairmen. Basically, I have a whole host of different people that I call in to make sure that a house is 100% ready to go, so that when that family comes in from, Germany or Japan or South Carolina, they can just move into their house and it's clean, it's bug-free, everything works, no light bulbs needs to be changed, the garbage disposal works, everything's perfect, ready, and smells good. So a lot of people don't think about that, like, oh hey, I basically have someone who's a jack of all trades who has all the helpers that can just make the whole buying and moving experience easy, because honestly, moving sucks. So if you have someone to make it easy, way better. That moves me right into number 3, which is saving time. So what do I mean by this? Actually, a great example is a client that I'm working with this morning sends me a list of houses that they want to see. And since I've shown about half of them already, I can be like, this house has this problem, this problem, this problem. This house is in a floodplain, it has this problem, this problem. This house has foundation issues. So it saves time, because I can go through a list of houses or neighborhoods or properties, having seen them already or knowing something about them, and give you the list of pros and cons on why it could be a great fit or it could be a horrible fit. Another, and this is more for the seller sides of things, sellers can almost screen potential buyers so that those buyers do not waste the time of the seller. So I would check to see, is that person pre-qualified? Do they already have a pre-approval in hand from a lender? Because the worst thing you want is to get an offer on a house and the person can't buy it. So there's just so many things that a realtor can do to save time for their buyer client or their seller client. So I've saved people so much time just by going, oh, that house is about to fall down. You don't want to see it. Last but certainly not least, we come to risk mitigation. This is number 5. Number 5, definitely important. What do I mean by risk mitigation? That means you have someone who is watching your back when it comes to these contracts. So for example, making sure that an inspection contingency is in place so that you can inspect the house, and if you find something that's just horrible, you don't like, you can ask the seller to fix it, or you can back out and get your money back. Or a financing contingency where you make sure that you have all your ducks in a row. So there's so many different legal pitfalls that you can just fall into when purchasing a house if you don't have someone like a realtor, or if you don't have a real estate lawyer, which are way more expensive, by the way, to basically help you negotiate and make sure that a contract is in place that keeps you secure, so that you don't lose your earnest money, so that you can't be, you aren't sued if something, God forbid, happens. So risk mitigation is really a big part of what real estate agents do for their buyers and their sellers, making sure that everything is done legally and that you aren't taken advantage of by an unscrupulous person. I imagine when I say that like an anvil dropping from the sky and like a dump, 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 dump. But it's true, there are a lot of people out there that will take advantage of a seller, for example, who doesn't know how much their house is worth, and someone will come along and be like, I'll give you $50,000 for that house, and the seller, who doesn't know any better, is like, oh, great deal. But if they had a realtor, the realtor would be like, oh, hold the phone, that house is worth $150,000. How dare you take advantage of this person? So risk mitigation, having someone who can watch your back legally and make sure that you, if you're a seller, get what you deserve out of that house, or if you're a buyer, you get a fair and good deal on a property that's safe for you and your family. So, in summary, you should get a real estate agent. In summary, if you're buying or selling a house, you should definitely look into making sure that you have a realtor who is knowledgeable, who's intelligent, who knows all the tricks, who has a host of people that can come together and make your buying or selling process quick and easy and smooth. Maybe me, if you're coming here. That's what I do. But I hope that you've watched this video, and I hope that it has maybe helped you make a decision on whether or not you want to use a realtor in the future. And don't forget to like and subscribe right down below, because I make a new video every week. You're going to want to get notified. My contact information is also right down there. So if you're coming to Warrensburg, if you're PCSing to Whiteman, and if you have any questions, they don't have to be real estate related. You can ask me where I like to buy my shoes. Brown Shoe Store, they're amazing. But I love talking to people. So if you're coming here, if you have questions, reach out. Talk to you soon.